In a massive ruling, the conservative majority on the Supreme Court overturned what is known as the Chevron deference. The decision kneecaps federal agencies and their ability to regulate industry. The Chevron deference, first established by the Supreme Court in the 80s, gave federal agencies the power to interpret laws if they were left vague, which allowed experts in those agencies to lay out rules and regulations instead of relying on Congress to figure it out.
We are going to see some real bureaucratic turmoil in the short term over this, and in the long term, it's frankly kind of a scary situation.
But now, that power is gone. It could potentially lead to the invalidation of regulations in a number of different fields, whether it be healthcare, clean energy, and environmental policy, and many others.
I don't think it could be understated or overstated, like how big of a deal this is going to be. Because, like you said, Congress is not going to want to sit down and write out every little detail that's going to be needed in a Clean Act permit.
The Supreme Court also ruled that cities can make it illegal for the homeless to sleep outside in public spaces. Cities across the country have been able to restrict where homeless can sleep, mostly confining them to public spaces. But now, because of this ruling, cities can choose to ticket the homeless for sleeping in public. Local officials and homeless advocates called the ruling disappointing.
To penalize somebody for not having a home, especially in situations where there aren't options for them, it's a very inhumane, and I was very disappointed to see the decision.
Sleep is a biological necessity, and to make people decide between sleep and not getting arrested is kind of a wild concept in the year 2024 in the richest society in history.
The ruling from the court comes with no sort of requirement on shelter space or any other options for the homeless in their communities, but it also is just allowing cities to make these changes. Cities or local governments would have to go in and pass an ordinance themselves in order to make this actual law in their communities. Reporting in Springfield, I'm Cole Hankey, WCIA 3, your local news leader.